Alright guys, let's talk about three kids who are so overpowered, they've basically broken the game of life. We've got Izuyoi, Asuka, and Kasukabe. These guys are bored out of their minds because when you're a walking demigod, every other human is basically just a background NPC with terrible AI. So when life on easy mode gets too dull, the universe apparently sends you a special invitation to hard mode. They get whisked away to another world to start a new adventure, fighting demon lords, gods, and whatever else the multiverse throws at them. Our story kicks off when these three high school-age prodigies each get a mysterious envelope. You know, the kind your parents tell you is a scam, but your curiosity says, click here. The moment they open it, bam, they get yeeted into another dimension called the Little Garden, and they weren't invited by accident. This wasn't some cosmic junk mail. These three were hand-picked because they are all leagues above normal humans. First up is Izuyoi. This dude has the physical strength and brain power that makes Albert Einstein look like he was struggling with basic math. Because of this, he's perpetually bored. There's literally no challenge left for him in our world. He's already 100%ed reality and is just waiting for the DLC. Then there's Asuka. She's a high-class lady from a super rich family with the power to make anyone obey her commands. Basically, she has the world's most powerful, I'd like to speak to the manager voice, and it actually works on everyone. And finally, we have Kasukabe. Physically, she's weak and has been sick a lot, but she's got a super special ability. She can speak to and understand animals. A regular Dr. Dolittle, but probably with more teenage angst. The person who invited them is, well, it's a rabbit person named Kurosagi. And when I say rabbit person, I mean it. Full on ears, tail, the whole 9 yards. So naturally, their first thought isn't, oh, a mystical guide. It's, nice cosplay, nerd. So being the problem children they are, they immediately start messing with her. After they've had their fun, Kurosagi explains what the Little Garden and an event called the Gift Game are all about. Gift games are basically high-stakes competitions where you use your gift or special power. Here's the crazy part. Any player can start a game and make their own rules as long as they can offer up a prize. And the prizes can be anything: money, land, people, or even your own powers. It's the universe's most chaotic battle royale mixed with a really sketchy crypto contract. But to survive in the Little Garden, you have to join a community. And surprise, surprise, Kurosagi offers them a spot in hers. Izuyoi, who is terminally bored with everything normal, is immediately intrigued. A world with actual challenges? Sign him up. The other two are on board, and they accept Kurosagi's offer. She leads them to her community's headquarters, where they're greeted by a kid named Jin. And even though he looks like he should be at home playing video games, Jin is actually the community's leader. But wait, where's Izuyoi? He's suddenly gone. Asuka just casually says, "Oh, Izuyoi? He said he was gonna go check out the edge of the world. Be right back." You know, like he was just going down the street for a snack. Kurosagi absolutely loses it and sprints off to find him. She gets to the edge of the world, and what does she find? Izuyoi is already challenging a local god, who happens to be a giant white snake. The snake god scoffs at him. "You're just a human." Big mistake. Huge. With a single punch, Izuyoi completely bodies the deity. Seeing this, Kurosagi is floored. A human who's supposed to be a useless NPC, like, well, you guys watching, just one-shotted a god. As a reward, Izuyoi gets a water tree seed, and Kurosagi is ecstatic. With this, they won't have to buy water from other communities anymore. But Izuyoi, being hyper-intelligent, senses that Kurosagi is hiding something. It turns out her community is in deep, deep trouble. Think of them as a startup that got wrecked by a hostile takeover from a demon lord. They were forced into a gift game, lost spectacularly, and were stripped of their name and their banner. All that's left are a bunch of kids under 10 who can't fight. She's essentially a community manager for a guild that's about to be deleted, and she summoned these three as her last hope. She begs Izuyoi to lend his power to their broken community. The moment Izuyoi hears the words Demon Lord, his boredom meter finally drops. A real challenge? He immediately accepts. Meanwhile, back in the city, Kasukabe and Asuka are with Jin when they get approached by the leader of another community, Forest Garo. This guy, Galdo, wants their little group to merge with his much stronger community. But Asuka shuts him down instantly. She says they chose to stay with the no-names because they're tired of always being the strongest. They need a challenge. What a flex. Using her command gift, Asuka then forces the truth out of him, like a human lie detector. It turns out Galdo has been kidnapping kids from weaker communities and forcing them into gift games to take over their assets. He's even killed some of the kids he's kidnapped. Asuka, disgusted by this, immediately challenges him to a gift game, betting their communities against each other. Kurosagi is shocked, especially when she hears that Izuyoi refuses to get involved. His reasoning? Asuka and Kasukabe chose this fight. If I step in, it won't be a challenge for them. Hearing this, Kurosagi can only facepalm and accept her fate. The next day, before the game, Kurosagi takes the trio to meet a big shot from the Thousand Eyes community, a floor master named Shiroyasha. She's one of the strongest hosts in the eastern region, and also a demon lord herself. The goal is to get their gifts appraised. Shiroyasha gives them gift cards, basically magical smartphones for your powers. But when they try to scan Izuyoi, error, file not found. The card can't read his gift. Even a super advanced Laplace fragment card just buffers infinitely. Shiroyasha is shook. This kid is officially off the charts. Elsewhere, we see Galdo getting bitten by a blonde winged girl. She gives him some kind of beastly gift, wondering what the no-name community will do now. After this power-up, Galdo gets even more savage, even eating his own men for dinner. Yikes. The gift game begins that night. The win condition: defeat Galdo with a specific weapon provided in the arena. Asuka, Kasukabe, and Jin face off against Galdo, who is now transformed into a white tiger. Jin recognizes this transformation. It's connected to a woman he knows. Asuka and Kasukabe's powers don't seem to work on him directly. They have to use the provided sword. Kasukabe tells the other two to fall back and tries to take Galdo on alone, but she fails and gets injured. Asuka then steps up. Even though her mind control can't directly subdue Galdo, her gift works on living things and even inanimate objects. So she looks at the sword and basically yells, "Hey you, power up." In a flash, the sword starts glowing, and with a single empowered stab, Asuka takes Galdo down for the count. With Galdo's death and defeat, the Forest Garo community is dissolved, and its remaining members join the no-names, swearing loyalty to Jin. After the fight, Izuyoi meets that blonde girl who powered up Galdo. Her name is Letitia, and she's a former demon lord and a vampire. She used to be in the same community as Kurosagi and Jin, but now she's basically the property of another community. She admits she gave Galdo power just to test the new recruits, feeling their skills were still raw. Izuyoi, hearing this, gets that glint in his eye. A test? He's ready to go full power just to show off. Letitia agrees and tells him to stop a spear she's about to throw. For Izuyoi, this is child's play. He not only stops the spear, but throws it back so hard it almost skewers her. Kurosagi saves Letitia and checks her gift card, realizing Letitia's holy powers are gone. Izuyoi figures that's why her attack felt like a mosquito bite. Before Letitia can explain why, they're hit by a Gorgon's light beam, which turns everything it touches to stone. Letitia is hit and captured. It was an attack from the Perseus community, here to take her back. After she's gone, Izuyoi drags Kurosagi and Asuka to see Shiroyasha again to meet the leader of Perseus, a guy named Laius. Izuyoi wants to start a gift game to win Letitia back, but Laius refuses. Instead, Laius, being a total creep, makes a counteroffer. He wants to trade Letitia for Kurosagi. Kurosagi actually considers sacrificing herself to save her friend. Back at base, Asuka vehemently rejects the idea. No way is she letting Kurosagi become the property of a pervert like Laius. But Kurosagi is insistent, until Izuyoi casually strolls in holding 2 new gifts he won from defeating a kraken. These gifts give him the authority to challenge a legend. Now Laius can't refuse their game. Backed into a corner, Laius grimly accepts, vowing to destroy the no-name community completely. The night of the battle arrives. Thanks to Asuka and Kasukabe running interference against the Perseus soldiers, Izuyoi, Jin, and Kurosagi make it to the top floor where Laius is waiting. But Laius isn't fighting them himself. He unleashes his trump card, another former demon lord under his control, the demon Algol. Algol's entrance is epic, and it immediately attacks Izuyoi like a high school senior messing with a first grader. Laius thinks it's over, until Izuyoi breaks free from Algol's strongest grip with zero effort. Laius is stunned and terrified. Even the demon Algol is easily handled. Laius wonders, what is this guy's gift? Izuyoi then starts mocking the demon for being too weak. Ouch. Hearing this, Laius snaps and attacks Izuyoi from behind. But even with a sneak attack, he's no match for Izuyoi. Finally, in desperation, Laius orders Algol to use its ultimate move, a petrification attack that can turn the entire world to stone. Kurosagi and Jin start to panic. So what do you think? Is Izuyoi gonna just tank this ultimate world-ending move like it's another Tuesday? Okay, that's all for this video. We'll see you in the next part. And hey, the moral of the story is, be careful when you open mail from strangers, cause you might just get isekai'd like Izuyoi. Which is cool if you're as OP as he is. But if your main skill is binge-watching anime and lying on the couch, you'll just end up being a liability, like a certain pink-haired ninja we all know. Thanks for watching. This is Dem Recaps, and I'm Edom. Love you guys.